am Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the Super 7 Voltron. Alright, my zillions, it's been a long time coming. I first saw this Voltron at Toy Fair a couple of years ago, and it was an instant pre-order for me. I gotta say, though, that the initial prototype wasn't the best. I didn't like it, and you could read back on my reports from there, and I was like, oh, I don't know, the paint wasn't so good, you know, I just had some issues with it. Now, here we are, finally here. It is 2020, what a 2020 we're having, but it is finally here, and I'm really happy to see it done here, going into my Voltron collection. It is something that I welcome. I love non-transforming figures, non-combining. Give me good figures of my favorite robots, and you'll have me all day long, like I've said with many of my Transformers reviews. So yeah. Hey, how about this? New setup here. This is the test run. I figured we'll do a brand new figure on a test run. You're probably going to see some more videos from my other spot. Because I already have at least one filmed and another started, so you're going to see more from there. But this is a test run for this spot. Let's see how it goes, all right? Let's start out with the proportions. I think it's pretty good. It looks really nice in terms of proportions. It's got a nice cartoon aesthetic, and it just feels right proportionally. The feet don't look too big. Maybe the arms might be a tad long. And these parts here might be a tad high. I gotta say that. The shoulder pads might be a tad high. Could be the way I have it, but nah, still. It is a tad, like, big in that regard. But otherwise, I think the proportions are pretty decent. Take a look at Voltron's finer details. I think the head sculpt is pretty good. Not so bad there. I do like it. Go up a little bit here. I feel like the plastic might be a little choppy right there, but the paint is good on the face. The blue looks good, the yellow of the eyes look good, the yellow of the black line head looks fine. Red probably could use another coat up here, but it's not too bad. The body looks decent. There is some paint mess up on here. The red is bleeding into the white and on the yellow, which could be better. You know, you don't want to mess up the crest here of Voltron. You get the yellow star. It's not bad. Red down here is not bad. As far as the arms go, the red lion, I feel like the head's a little long, but it doesn't look so bad. The paint's okay on it. Sculpt is decent. Green. Paint is a little bit choppy. Yeah, I have to say the paint's a little bit choppy on the green, but the shape is good. The legs here, blue line, not so bad, a little choppiness there at the edges. Yeah. And then the biggest egregious thing is the yellow lion. Paint's messed up here. Red paint there is messed up, and the nose is all scratched up on mine. Not great, guys. I mean, that's an easy touch-up, but shouldn't really have to do it. Paint looks a little sloppy here. It just, yeah, it's kind of like I was saying, the prototype, the paint wasn't good on the prototype, and that was, like, very, for me as a big Voltron fan, a little bit disappointing when I saw that at Toy Fair, and it's, I feel like, you know, for the most part, it's still got some paint, like, issues. I do like the sculpt. I think it's pretty good. The wings in the back look pretty good. You know, overall, I think it's nice. It's got a nice cartoon feel to it. But, yeah, I gotta say, you know, the paint, you know, really, if the paint was clean and perfect, I think this would be a very awesome cartoon Voltron. But right now, you know, it does need some touching up all around, I gotta say. Articulation, head, Goes back and forth and swivels. The arms are in like long, big ball-like hinges here, which I actually kind of dig. It has a nice fluid motion to it on both sides. So that's pretty good, and they obviously can swivel. Swivel at the bicep. Single joint at the elbows. Can you swivel? Yeah, you can turn it around there. Hinge, swivel at the wrists. You got a little bit of motion at the upper chest, as well as a full swivel at the waist. So you really can't go down, back and forth on it, unfortunately. Nothing really to the sides here. Can go back and forth. Ratcheted knees work okay. The head's a little bit rock in action. This one's a lot better. This one, not so much. Goes back and forth. Also ratcheted. So yeah, it's it could be better, but that'll let go because I don't know. I don't really need like super posable Voltron or any real super robot. I think it's good enough with the articulation, so yeah, I mean, it could be better, but it's good enough. For accessories, Voltron comes with 2 extra green and red lion heads. They're both roaring. That's pretty cool. They come out pretty easy to place. Well, not super easy, but not the worst either. So that's how that looks. I don't think that's that bad. I think that's pretty decent. And both heads are painted okay, you know. Green is better than red, but they're okay. They're not so bad. We get Voltron's swirling blade weapon, twirling blade weapon, his shield. Theoretically, it's always been a shield. And it's okay. The shape is fine. I don't like the gray plastic. The paint is very fuzzy around the yellow. The blue's okay in there. So I haven't actually even tried to put this on his hand, and I don't see how you can really do it without like breaking the teeth here. Yeah, this is not great. I would say heat this up a little bit before you really trying it, because you're gonna bust those teeth easy with that, and I don't think this comes out. It's not pulling out mine, so yeah, that's pretty much useless in my opinion, because I don't see any way to do it. And finally, we get Voltron's sword. Same grayish plastic. It's a little bit gummy, and it's very sharp. So is this, by the way. And the plastic, I feel like, is unfinished. It's not trimmed great. I don't know if you could tell, but I feel like it could be trimmed better. The paint is very good here, and this is a little bit flatter, so let's hope we could get it in the Red Lion's hand here, because I mean, I'm having the same problems here. So guys, I tried for a while off camera to get this in his hand. So without heat, which I don't have currently in my studio, I do have some hot water, but I just don't feel like doing it because you're really just gonna stress all this plastic here, and I don't want to do that. I really don't, and I don't want to ruin the teeth. So unfortunately, I feel like both his weapons are just kind of useless. That's a bit of a bummer. All right, and upon a further inspection here, I feel like it's supposed to be held maybe by these hands. They're not just roaring lion hands, so I think you could do that. It does fit, so I'm guessing that's what you're supposed to be doing. This would be going this way. So it does fit. So there you go with that. This, maybe like this works, but I'd rather the Red Lion hold the sword, but I'm fine with that, you know? At least we could work with that. do something with that here. Yeah, there you go. That's not bad. Whew. Saves it a bit there, guys. It saves it a bit to find that out, to figure that out. I didn't look that up before, but I was just like, wait a second. So there you go. It fits. For your size comparisons, here is the Super 7 Voltron with some of the smaller Voltron family that I have in my collection. And one bonus final thought, here is the Matty Collector, more action figure-y Voltron, which I still love. I love the white. I do like the gray here as well, but I do like the very stark white. Both are really good cartoon versions, like they look very cartoonish to me. It's up to you what you like. I think this one maybe has some better posability overall. Like the head is pretty good. You know, so I don't know. I really like it. You get some really good accessories. But this was an exclusive, and it definitely runs more expensive than this guy. This guy's pretty expensive too, like 35, 40 bucks. This one on the aftermarket now is a lot more than that. But this one was pretty awesome. I do love it, and I still love it. But that's how they look together. They're definitely in the same scale, with this one just being like a hair taller. But they're both pretty decent Voltrons. I don't know if you have this one that you need this one, unless, you know, you want to be a completist and you want, you know, you want to have a more action figure-y, another action figure-y Voltron in your collection at this scale. And my final thoughts, well, I had to film this twice because at the end I realized the hands can hold something, so that's better. But I still gotta say, I feel like I'm a little disappointed in this. Maybe, you know, more time with this figure will definitely, you know, make me like it a lot more, but there is the paint issues. For sure, this figure has paint issues, and it's not in just one spot, it's all over the place. And that is unfortunate. I'm glad on his head there's no paint issues, because that to me is very, very important. Once you have like paint issues on the head of a figure, then it really ruins it for me. The other stuff you can touch up a little bit here and there, but some of it, I probably won't even touch. The yellow lion nose, you know, that's fine. But yeah, man, like, I'm really glad I was able to fit the sword in his hand and update the review like that, because that would have that would have really like put this like below. I still think it might be a little bit pricey. I think all of Super 7's figures are a little pricey, to tell you the truth. But you know, like, if this was a little bit less, like in the $25, $30 range instead of the $35, $40 range, then I'd say this was a definite get. For Voltron fans, you know, it might be a definite get anyway. You know, like, it's a cool piece to have in your collection. There's no doubt about that. I'm still really glad I have it, for sure. There's no doubt about it. It's just, I don't know on the recommendation scale how much I can. You guys judge by what you've seen here. So there you go. But this is coming from a pretty mighty Voltron fan with a lot of Voltrons in this collection. So I'm glad to have it. I don't think it's the best action figure version of Voltron there is, but I think it's pretty decent. Alright guys, that's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts below. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.